The AI revolution's hardware wave is finally over for Nvidia. A more substantial change in the company's margin profile, the move to Vera Rubin and the emergence of Nvidia Inference Microservices, NIMs, is subtly taking place while the market is still obsessed with Blackwell shipment figures. I believe that Nvidia's ability to monetize the operating system of the agentic AI future and switch to Vera Rubin will be more significant in 2026 than the quantity of Blackwell GPUs it can produce. By changing the narrative from selling shovels to automated miners, agentic AI creates a recurring income moat that may reduce stock risk even in the event that hardware cycles finally cool. Despite a 37% return in 2025, Nvidia's stock price has essentially flatlined since the decline, indicating that the changeover is not assured. Ahead of their fourth quarter 2025 earnings, which are due on February 25, 2026, shares have barely increased by 2% over the last 3 months and are practically unchanged year-to-date. Investors will be looking for 3 things in the upcoming February earnings release to boost Nvidia's share price. Investors will pay close attention to the speed of Nvidia's silicon ramp and the alleviation of silicon bottlenecks as the business transitions from its record-breaking Hopper H100, H200 architecture to the Blackwell platform. This transition is one of the key stories for the company's next earnings release. In late 2025, CEO Jensen Huang said Blackwell demand was insane, and in 2026, the focus will be on the supply chain's capacity to meet record-setting orders. Nvidia's successful navigation of the packaging constraints, particularly the co-WOSL capacity, which threatened to postpone high-volume shipments and bottlenecked results in 2025, is a source of increasing optimism. According to reports, as of January 2026, Nvidia had reserved more than half of Taiwan Semiconductor's advanced packaging production for the year, perhaps reaching 800,000, 850,000 wafers. Nvidia's supply issues might be the reason for TSMC's rapid expansion to 120,000, 130,000 wafers per month by late 2026, from roughly 75,000 at the end of 2025. While the Blackwell architecture continues to be the main source of data center income, CEO Jensen Huang reiterated at CES 2026 that the Rubin R100 design, which will replace it, is solidly on track to arrive in late 2026. Rubin, which is currently in the critical sampling stage and has next-generation HBM4 memory, puts Nvidia in a position to continue leading in the agentic AI era by providing a significant increase in inference throughput and power efficiency over the B200 series. In order to verify that Blackwell is achieving full-scale volume maturity by the end of the April quarter, analysts now anticipate that Nvidia will present a clean shipment plan during the Q4 call. If CEO Jensen Huang confirms that the Blackwell Ultra B300 mid-cycle update is already on schedule for H2 2026, it effectively dismantles the bearish demand air pocket ideas. This is a crucial information gain pivot for the company. Nvidia can demonstrate that the AI hardware cycle is not reaching its apex, but rather is rapidly entering a new stage of high-margin upgrades by bridging the gap between the present B200 sales and the impending B300 launch. Furthermore, the GB200 NVL72 racks are the focus of the change, not just new chips. The average selling price, ASP, of these liquid-cooled systems is significantly higher than that of individual GPUs. A GB200 NVL72 rack can cost between $2 million and $3 million, and a B200 GPU can cost between $30,000 and $40,000. It might be an indication of substantial margin expansion that the market hasn't completely priced in if Huang or CFO Colette Kress say that a greater proportion of Nvidia's backlog consists of rack-scale equipment. Join our investor community. Hit subscribe and like to get your daily Nvidia stock insights and tutorials delivered. The next move for Nvidia's stock isn't based on historical performance, even if its Q4 sales will surely be enormous. Vera Rubin is now in full production, on track for 2H26, according to a research note shared in a report by Bank of America. Investors are not content with beats and raises in 2026. They want proof that the shift from Hopper H100 to Blackwell to Vera Rubin is occurring without a demand air pocket. We keep highlighting Nvidia's ongoing leadership in networking, systems, ecosystems, and AI compute. The co-WOSL bottleneck, TSMC's sophisticated packaging capability, is crucial to the Blackwell ramp. Jensen Huang's remarks that packaging yields are increasing could be a sign that the stock is doing well. Gross margin compression. Because of the intricacy of the liquid-cooled NVL72 racks, there is a persistent concern that the first Blackwell ramp will momentarily push gross margins below 75%. Wall Street analysts may believe that Nvidia's earnings projections are excessively optimistic if the company's margin outlook holds steady amid increased expenses. The Hopper tail. Nvidia's earnings floor might be higher than the market understands if sovereign nations and smaller CSPs, cloud service providers, keep purchasing Hopper 200 while big tech waits for Blackwell, particularly if Huang claims that China H200 demand exceeds supply. In a research note included in a report, Goldman Sachs stated that management had observed continuous pressure to raise the costs of its inputs, including HBM memory and numerous other components. Nvidia anticipates maintaining gross margins in the mid-70% level by 2026, though, as these higher input costs are compensated by lower prices and other cost-cutting measures. According to a recent McKinsey report, the market for sovereign AI might reach $600 billion by 2030. Hardware is only half the story for the first time in a long time. AI software monetization is the information gain that could influence the stock's PE multiple as 2026 approaches. Researchers are particularly interested in the expansion of NVIDIA inference microservices, NIMs, and AI blueprints. These are the operating system for the agentic AI revolution, not merely tools for developers. NVIDIA is making a significant change by switching from selling shovels, GPUs, to automated miners, agents. The number of corporate clients transitioning from the experimental stage of AI to production-grade autonomous agents will be the market's primary emphasis during the Q4 call. The stock is less vulnerable to the cyclical nature of hardware sales if NVIDIA can show that its software revenue is turning into a steady, recurrent stream. Its software suite, NVIDIA AI Enterprise, can cost $4,500 a GPU annually. Furthermore, the launch of digital workers, enabled by NVIDIA's NIMs, offers the Fortune 500 a new value proposition. NVIDIA is creating a moat that rivals like AMD and Intel will take years to match by offering the entire stack, from the Blackwell technology to the software frameworks that let agents to think and act. The next leg of the NVIDIA bull run may be driven by software ARR, annual recurring revenue, a hidden engine that management is likely to highlight. Last year, NVIDIA achieved a noteworthy milestone. It became the first $4 trillion corporation in history, surpassing long-standing industry titans Apple and Microsoft in the process. These two had been the largest businesses for several years before to 2025. The cause of this change? As NVIDIA emerged as a major force in the artificial intelligence, AI revolution, its earnings growth took off. Customers have rushed to incorporate NVIDIA's most potent AI chips into their data centers. In the meantime, investors have gotten on board, purchasing shares of top AI firms like NVIDIA, after witnessing the expansion of AI and predictions that the market could soon reach trillions of dollars. It's understandable that investors are speculating about the company's next market capitalization milestone as 2026 gets underway. In 2026, I believe NVIDIA will become the first $6 trillion corporation. Let's see how things turn out. First, it's critical to follow NVIDIA's current trajectory on the market value route. Just a few years ago, NVIDIA's market value increased in tandem with its revenue, making it a $1 trillion corporation. Over the past year, the momentum has quickened. As previously stated, this is a result of investors' desire in placing bets on this potentially revolutionary technology and NVIDIA's dominance in the AI sector. Given its market position and track record of generating large amounts of revenue and profit, NVIDIA has been the clear choice for investment. For instance, net income increased 65% to $31 billion, and revenue increased 62% to $57 billion in the most recent quarter. With $60 billion in cash on hand, the business can also invest in innovation. Speaking of innovation, NVIDIA is still keeping its word to release new processors every year. The Rubin system, which might boost stock performance and earnings, is scheduled to launch later this year. Let's now examine the route to $6 trillion. Although Nvidia currently trades for 24x revenue, a review of this metric over the previous few years reveals that the company has supported higher levels, well into the 30s. A $6 trillion market value would translate into a price-to-sales ratio of 28, which is rather realistic for Nvidia, given Wall Street's average projection of $213 billion in revenue for 2026. This suggests a 34% increase in the stock price from its current level, which is also doable for a business like Nvidia over a 12-month period. Accordingly, Nvidia's market valuation might exceed $6 trillion this year. Recent remarks from Nvidia and indications from the overall market lend credence to this theory. For instance, Colette Kress, the chief financial officer of Nvidia, recently stated that demand is high and that orders for AI products, including those from last year and this year, are exceeding the $500 billion initial projection. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, a semiconductor maker, also mentioned this week how much demand there is from consumers and their clients. This points to strong earnings growth for Nvidia this year, which could be accelerated by the Rubin release, as I have indicated. Of course, a number of outside variables such as unsatisfactory economic statistics or political decisions could disturb these good aspects. For instance, Nvidia's stock price was momentarily impacted by the imposition of import duties last year. Additionally, there's a chance that worries about valuations, which are still high, will arise again. Any of these factors could be risky and have an impact on Nvidia's stock price. These possible concerns might also lead to volatility, which could cause the shares to fluctuate this year. Nevertheless, if we ignore those external dangers, I'm bullish about Nvidia this year because of the previously mentioned factors, which is why I believe this leading AI player will become the first $6 trillion corporation in 2026. The phrase, "How can you not be romantic about baseball?" gained popularity after the 2011 movie Moneyball. An allusion to the sport's enduring customs, inspirational tales of perseverance and optimism. In investment, returns and the figures are frequently the main focus. However, creating a financial portfolio also has a romantic component. No matter how tiny your investment is, having a piece of a firm is an empowering experience. It indicates that you have a stake in the outcome and are prepared to postpone satisfaction by investing your hard-earned money in a business as opposed to a variety of other options. One of the easiest ways to realize the American dream is by investing. Additionally, one can begin with nearly any sum of money, including a few $100s. At the time of this video, Nvidia's stock price was approximately $186 per share. Here's why it's the ideal growth stock to purchase with $200 at this time. Along with Microsoft and Meta platforms, Nvidia is one of the Magnificent Seven firms that have underperformed the S&P 500 during the past 3 months. Despite the significant enhancements the business provided at CES earlier this month, Nvidia's stock is still plummeting. It declared on January 5th that the Blackwell graphics processing unit, GPU, architecture's replacement was already in full production. In the second half of 2026, the Rubin-based products, named for astronomer Vera Rubin, will begin to be shipped to consumers. In 2026, Rubin hardware is expected to be implemented by Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, Alphabet's Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and Amazon Web Services. The Rubin platform is more than simply a GPU. It consists of 6 distinct processors that cooperate to form a system designed for artificial intelligence, AI applications, particularly the emerging fields of robotics, self-driving automobiles, and agentic AI. The Blackwell line, on the other hand, was primarily designed for high-performance computing and large-scale generative AI. A Vera CPU, a Rubin GPU, a ConnectX-9 Spectrum X Super NIC for networking and security, a Bluefield 4 DPU for data processing and storage, an NVIDIA Link 6 switch for connections, and Spectrum X Ethernet co-packaged optics that enable GPU clusters to communicate more quickly while using less power, make up the new integrated platform. NVIDIA demonstrated in its CES presentation how the Rubin platform will save costs and boost performance, including 3.5 times the training power and a 5-fold increase in inference power over Blackwell. Moore's Law, a well-established trend that predicts that processors' complexity and power will double roughly every 2 years due to the industry's continually improving ability to fit more transistors onto each chip was the main focus of efficiency advances in the past. Compared to Blackwell, which started commercial shipments in 2024, the Rubin GPU features 60% more transistors. Thus, Moore's law continues to propel the development of chips. However, Rubin's integrated design, which attempts to lessen or remove AI workload bottlenecks, is where the true efficiency gains come from. Instead of dividing up tasks like memory, storage, and networking, rack scaling means combining the entire server rack into a single, coherent entity. There are thousands or even tens of thousands of server racks in contemporary hyperscale data centers. Rather than selling GPUs and relying on customers to figure out how to use them, Rubin is designed for rack scale, offering a plug-and-play solution for data centers. In order to play a larger role in AI data centers, Nvidia is optimizing efficiency and cost savings beyond the GPU. Nvidia could have simply sat on its laurels following Blackwell's enormous success. However, the company's culture is one of unrelenting innovation. Even if you're starting with just one share, it's a fundamental justification for long-term stock ownership. Nvidia's ability to innovate rapidly, even if it means cannibalizing revenues for its current product lines, is one of its biggest competitive advantages. Because it innovates so quickly, its hardware commands such huge margins. Hyperscalers will queue up to purchase whatever is offered, and it can be used as an excuse to charge exorbitant amounts for the next big thing, in this case, Rubin. As Nvidia's primary end markets transitioned from gaming, professional graphics, and autonomous driving to data centers, the company's earnings surged in recent years. For every dollar of sales, Nvidia turns about 70 cents into gross profit, 59 cents into operational income, and 53 cents into net profit after taxes. Nvidia's investment thesis is sometimes challenged by the idea that those high margins would eventually be undermined by growing competition and declining demand. However, despite recent advancements in advanced micro-devices chips and growing interest in Broadcom's proprietary AI accelerators, that hasn't happened yet. Nvidia doesn't need to increase sales by a significant amount in order to achieve remarkable earnings growth because it is so lucrative. With the company commanding a price-to-earnings ratio of 45.9 based on trailing 12-month earnings, but just 24.4 based on analysts' consensus projections for its fiscal 2027, which ends in January 2027, its high margins support a premium valuation. Given that Rubin is expected to ship in the second half of this year, Nvidia's fiscal 2027 results could completely demolish those projections, making the stock appear even more cheap at this point. Because the stock is so well liked, it's simple to presume that the investing thesis has been realized with a well-known firm like Nvidia. In this instance, however, that assumption couldn't be further from the reality. Nvidia's value is derived from its fast-growing earnings while preserving its margins, not on projections of its future performance. Nvidia isn't one of the many AI stocks that are now trading at levels that will demand investors to have a great deal of patience and a high risk tolerance. In the upcoming quarters, the effects of Rubin's arrival will become apparent. All things considered, Nvidia is currently a growth stock that is easy to invest with $200. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.